Welcome to Moms of the Lou, hosted by two fellow St. Louis moms, Rebekah
and Lauren,
and recorded for St. Louis moms.
Grab your laundry basket, kick your feet up for nap time, or head out the door for pickup, and spend a little time catching up with local moms who are making a big impact in St. Louis.
Let's dive into our discussion today. All right, St. Louis moms, welcome back to another episode of Moms of the Lou. So excited to be kicking off a new round of episodes with my new co-host, Lauren Capel, our social media manager. Yay. Welcome, Lauren.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yes. Okay. We have a great guest today on our show. We are so excited. I've been wanting to talk to her for a really long time. So we are so excited to have Mimō Davis here of Urban Buds. Welcome.
Thank you. Well, glad to be here. Really excited for this conversation.
Yes, us too. Okay, so we always want to know where are S-tail moms coming from, right? So are you a native? Are you a transplant? What's the scoop?
I'm definitely a transplant. Moved to Missouri in 1989.
Oh, okay.
My mother got remarried here and he was in Jefferson City, Missouri.
Okay.
And I flew out for the wedding. I was a social worker living in New York City and flew out for the wedding. And while they were courting, he was a really great listener because she said, I like plants. But she really meant like a pothos sitting on a table.
Right.
Yeah.
And he went out and bought her a house that used to belong to Master Gardeners. And it had 132 rose bushes in the backyard and a lean-to greenhouse attached. So when I flew out to be here for the wedding, and now I'm a social worker in New York City, I know nothing, right?
Yeah.
Wow. That's another episode.
Right. And she walked me into that greenhouse and she said, I don't know what any of this stuff is. That's not the word she used, but that's the word I'm going to use here. And don't let anything die because they were flying off on their honeymoon and I was going to stay there for the week. And in that week, I totally fell in love with, I didn't know what to call it back in 1989. I didn't know if it was agriculture, horticulture, floriculture, what it was. But that started me off on my journey in Missouri as a flower farmer.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
I'm obsessed with this story.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Right? I mean, that's crazy. And that started, that's over 30 years ago. And
so what happened? Did you just pack up from New York and
well,
come here,
it was 1989. I was in a studio apartment in New York City. And so while I was, during that week, I broke off little pieces. I hadn't gotten my mom a wedding gift yet. And I was like, okay, this is going to be perfect. I could make her a scrapbook. And so that week I broke off little pieces of plants and drove them around her nurseries, trying to identify what they were. Right.
Wow.
Right.
And I was going to make this little scrapbook. And that's when I just like, wow, this is super cool. I really love this. What is this? What am I? And then I got a newspaper. And I was paying $1,500 a month for a studio apartment in Midtown Manhattan, 20th and Park. And
$1,500 a month in
1989. 1989.
Wow.
And then I got a newspaper. And in that newspaper, I happened to look at the housing section, and I could have a 15-acre farm with a house on it and change left over for the same amount of money.
Wow.
And it was just this revelation to me. I mean, it was like this 1 week in your life where all of a sudden it was like nothing I'm doing makes sense.
Yeah.
And my life could be way different and way better.
Right. And now you have space.
I bought that 15-acre farm in Ashland, Missouri. I mean, I had a great job in New York. I loved my life in New York. I thought everything was great. I was, if you remember Marlo Thomas, that girl, that was me, I mean, and then I just realized that I could have so much more.
Wow.
And I had no idea what I was going to do. I mean, I was a social worker. I didn't know anything about farming.
Yeah.
But I am very, very close to my mom, and she was going to be 20 minutes away from me. And so I bought this farm and moved my entire life to Missouri. And that started my flower journey, really.
And the rest
Wow.
is history.
Yeah. Wow.
Amazing. I love it.
So, what do you think about St. Louis? What was your first impression?
Look, St. Louis. Oh, my goodness. There is no other place in this country, I believe, that I could do what I'm doing in this in the city of St. Louis.
Mm.
St. Louis has been so good for me and my family. I mean, it's just been, where else can you own an acre of land in the city?
No kidding.
You know, can't do that in California. You can't, you know, maybe in other sister cities like Detroit, you know, even Detroit is getting, you know, making a big comeback and really hard to get land. So I have an acre of land in the heart of St. Louis growing flowers. And the St. Louis community, oh my gosh, I could cry about the St. Louis community because during COVID,
right,
the St. Louis community carried us.
Yeah.
I mean, in a big way. And I love St. Louis. You know, sure, we've got our problems. Like every city's got their problems.
Of course. Yeah.
But, you know, they're manageable. I think, you know, things are good here.
There's something special about
St.
it,
Louis.
right?
It
There's
is.
something
It
special.
is.
All roads lead back to St. Louis.
Right.
Everybody ends up back here.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Rebekah is from St. Louis. I'm a transplant. So it's interesting to see your perspective as, you know, somebody that was born here, raised here, and then the perspective of somebody that's new here. I personally love St. Louis. It's very different from where I grew up. What do you love about St. Louis? What are some of the favorite things that you like to do here?
Well, I'm really excited. One of my favorite things of the year is the symphony concert in Forest Park.
Forest Park.
The
The best,
The
right?
best.
I'm really, really excited about that coming up. It just warms my heart every year. The free activities here, our zoo's free.
Yeah.
Just the access for children here
Right.
is amazing.
It is.
I was going to ask you, your son, he's 9.
9 August.
What are you doing with him? What are your favorite places to go with him?
He loves the City Museum, not one of my favorite places. Because every time I'm in there, I'm like, how do they clean this
It's
place?
very stressful.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Do they clean it?
You can't have that thought while you're
No,
in
you
there,
cannot.
right? You can't think like that. And but that's one of his favorite places. We love Tower Grove Park.
Yes.
We, you know, he just loves everything we do. From the park to the Muni, we go to the Muni. We just love St. Louis. We just
Endless opportunities
for
kids.
The playgrounds.
It's huge. It's not. I really think there's no other place like that for families
Right.
in the U.S. Just the access we have for all the things.
Totally. We just posted something about that, about the free component in St. Louis. And it's like, it takes traveling a little bit, whether it's in the U.S. or outside of the U.S. to see. No other city has as many free places to go as St. Louis. And that is such a benefit to families. I mean, all of that starts to add up, especially if you have multiple kids. You know?
Right.
So that adds up really fast. So, okay, I love his name. What was the inspiration behind August? Was he born in August? What?
No, Miranda and I both really loved August Wilson, the playwright. And then we thought about August Busch for the city's great drinking water. You know, they needed good water to make good beer. And then we thought about Auguste Chateau, who was the planner of St. Louis. And we just thought that was a really strong, good, healthy name. And he loves his name. I mean, you know, when people try and call him Augie or anything else, my name is August. And it's like, okay.
He knows what he likes.
He knows what he likes.
I love that.
Yeah, and so that's where August comes from. I love the name. And he was born in the month of August.
The month of August. That's a great month. That name will...
And we celebrated the whole month, you know.
Of course.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Of course,
It's
as
his
one
month.
does
Yes.
when you have a child.
Right,
Centered
right.
around that's their whole universe.
That's awesome. So great. Okay, so what about date night?
Restaurants. Are you a foodie?
Restaurants? Are you
I'm a
Are
foodie.
you a
I'm a
foodie?
big
Okay,
foodie.
tell us.
Okay.
Tell
What do
us
you
where
want to
like
know?
Where do you like to go?
Like a
Where
nice-
should we go?
let's-
I have a reservation tonight at Little Fox.
Oh, love Little Fox.
Okay, I have a reservation tonight at Little Fox. I love what's the other one? Indo.
Yes.
Are you going to sit outside tonight at
I'm
Little
going to sit
Fox?
outside
Okay.
on the patio for
Got
sure.
to.
I mean, it's it's a beautiful night for it. It's
Perfect.
just, the weather has changed and it's just great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Little Fox is like one of my favorites. I just like all kinds of food.
Yeah.
What is it? Eat here on the Grand
Okay.
is really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am a foodie for sure. I like restaurants, and
Yeah.
St. Louis has some really nice restaurants. I
Love
just had breakfast with friends at Songbird this morning.
Oh, yes.
Before I came
Yes.
here.
Excellent choice.
So yeah,
You're getting around. You're making the rounds.
I
in the
am
city.
making the rounds. I do like food in St. Louis.
Is August a foodie? Does he-
Very much so.
does he
Oh,
like to
what does he
explore?
like?
He likes Indo.
Oh, no
I mean,
way.
so, and it's
I
really
love that.
funny. It's really, really funny because my dad's passed, but my dad, when we were younger, he would always take us fine dining restaurants. And he was like, I want you all to feel comfortable in any kind of situation
Yes.
and know how to
Mhm.
handle yourselves. So he would take us.
Order by yourself.
Yeah.
And,
It's important.
I remember on my 15th birthday, he ordered me a lobster and taught me how to crack
I
it.
love
You
this.
know,
those are important life
those
lessons.
are important life lessons.
Totally.
And so, my dad's passed now and I miss him so much, but
Oh.
I feel my dad coming through me with
Oh,
August.
so
So it's so funny because I had a friend who was caring for August as a babysitter not that long ago, and they were going to go out to dinner. And they said, August, where do you want to go to dinner? And he was like, Indo. And they were like, what?
Wow.
The-
So he'll eat like raw fish.
Well,
He's good with.
Oh yeah, he's good with raw fish.
love
He's good with
that.
sushi. Sushi Hannah is another one of his
Okay.
favorite restaurants.
So he's an expensive date.
He's an expensive date, and let me tell you, sometimes I think,
Lobster, sushi.
yeah, sometimes I
Well,
think
started with you and
Yeah,
the
it start-
lobster. So
that's what I was like, I
I'm
really,
passing it down.
I really did. Like, maybe this was a mistake that I raised this kid to like eat good food.
No.
It's expensive, but no, he loves it, and he's also he went to St. Louis University's culinary camp this past summer.
Oh.
Well, he's done it for 2 summers in a row.
Very cool.
He's a chef.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
when we go out to these restaurants, he was like, I think this could have used a little more spice.
Yeah.
He will. It's really wonderful watching him develop, and he
Sure.
cooks. He puts on his little apron and he makes up little recipes. And, he's not allowed to turn on the stove without me in the room. But,
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
but yeah, he's, mixing up little things. He'll take ramen noodles and add peanut butter and sauce. And,
I love that.
he does different things in the kitchen. And there's nothing in the world like feeling that independence.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Would they start?
Yeah.
He made me breakfast one morning.
Wow.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I got chill bumps. I mean, I was like, this is so revolutionary.
How did we get here?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did we get here? How did this
Totally.
happen?
Well, Lauren has a 9.
Yeah.
She's 9, and
Yeah.
I have an almost 9-year-old, and we're starting to get glimpses of this, like,
Mhm.
ooh, that you just went and did that on your own.
Right.
What is this new
She
world?
rode her bike to a friend's house. And
Yeah.
that
That's
to me is
huge.
huge.
It's big.
It's huge. And that's exactly what I wanted for. I feel like that's why I love St. Louis and the Midwest. It's just the community, it feels like the childhood that I always dreamed for.
Right.
Dreamed for her.
Right.
So,
That
that
is,
she's able to do that.
yeah, that she's
Yeah.
able to do that. And,
Mhm.
we've done since 2012, done the Tower Grove Farmers Market on Saturdays, right, with the
Yeah.
flowers. And I've always had this feeling like when I was a little kid, my brother and I used to be able to just buy on a
Yeah.
Saturday and go off on our bikes.
Yes.
And we were
Disappear.
home we disappeared.
Mhm.
And August doesn't really have that opportunity. But when we go on Saturday to the Tower Grove Farmers Market, he has a whole posse of the other vendors' kids.
Yeah.
And they just buy,
Yeah.
and he's gone at 8 in the morning. And then here he comes at noon when he knows the market's about to end and I'm packing up.
Yeah.
And that part gives him so much freedom. All the vendors know him. He gets more free stuff from the vendors than I ever would. I mean, They give him kombucha and he just, and he just runs with his friends. And I've really wanted that for him. And
I love that though. I feel like we need to get back to that, in childhood. I feel like we've lost
We're
that.
trying. We're trying to figure it out.
Trying to figure it out.
It's a different culture than when we were coming up.
Totally.
It's not safe. You got to keep your kids safe. And
for sure.
So how do you do that and still give them that, that freedom, that and the freedom comes with the independence and able to make your own decisions and, all of that stuff. And so I'm really glad he's got that little bit of time, during the Tower Grove Farmers Market that he gets to do that.
That's amazing. Okay, so speaking of Tower Grove Farmers Market, I want to talk about Urban Buds. I want to talk about your business.
Great.
Because we've talked about how it's unique. You don't often find a flower farm
right in the middle of a city.
Yeah.
Right.
So tell us about it. How can moms find you? What are you doing there? Give us a scoop.
Right. Okay. So Urban Buds is, we have an acre of land in the city. We have greenhouses. We grow 80 different varieties of cut flowers year round.
Wow.
Okay. In St. Louis, that's hard to do.
In St. Louis, that's hard to do. We have heated greenhouses and we sell at Tower Grove Farmers Market. We have an online store. So if you wanted to send people flowers during the week, we have a delivery service.
Awesome.
We have a CSA, Community Supported Agriculture, where you pay up front and then you get bouquets delivered weekly to your door, or you can pick them up off the farm. We do small weddings and events. We have a monthly happy hour.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so where you bring your gal pals or your date night.
Okay.
We've had a lot of mother and daughter teams come in. We do it on the third Thursday of every month. There's only 2 left for the season. And you sign up on our website and you come and you get a tour of the farm. And then you bring your own snacks, your own friends, and your own choice of drink. And we tour the farm, and then I give a bouquet demo. Cool. And then you have at it with all the flowers on the farm.
And you're giving an opportunity for people to connect. I love that.
Yes.
Right.
Moms to connect.
Anybody. And everybody leaves there as friends. I mean, it's such a good time.
Yeah.
And people love it. People love it. It's
we're always looking for places, unique date nights, unique friends night out. I love that.
Yeah. Okay. So when is this? The next one? When's the next one?
It's the third Thursday of
the month.
After Labor Day?
Yes.
Oh.
So it would be September, the next one would be, because we just had the...
Okay. So third week of this month.
Yes,
right?
on the
we
Thursday.
are in the month of September. So whatever that date is, we'll get back to you.
Right.
We'll put it in the show notes.
Right. There we go. There we go.
So.
I mean, and flowers are just this thing of beauty, I mean, we just, and they're not valued as we really need them to be. I mean, flowers are with us for every stage of our life.
Yes. Happiness.
From birth. I mean, how many of us have gotten flowers at the birth of our baby, right?
Yeah.
Or death.
Yeah.
Who's ever died and you've not seen flowers there? So for birth to death, Taylor Swift. Let's talk about her, right? I mean, so
we should have put a little promo in there. She should call it Urban Buds.
Urban Buds.
Right? I mean, she announced her wedding engagement. There's flowers everywhere.
Yeah.
Wait, let me tell you something about that. Oh. We all know, I mean, this is a world of technology, right? We all know about the ring, who did the ring. We all know what clothes she was wearing. But guess what? Nobody knows the florist.
I
mean, that's what
mystery.
Yeah, I mean, flowers are so undervalued, and they're the biggest thing in the picture. Other than,
I was wondering that when I saw that picture, I was like, "Who did the flowers?" That's what I wanted to know.
So it's just really important that we take the time to value flowers more, and because they bring so much joy and so much spirit and so much calm and a time when we really need it. Moms are busy people.
Totally. Well, and just a fresh, if I just get a fresh bouquet, even if it's a tiny one in my house or a single stem, it's just like, oh, there's a sign of life.
Right.
Freshens up the room, brightens it up. So.
Right.
And even better when it's grown locally.
locally.
It lasts
Mom.
longer. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Totally. And you're supporting a local business by supporting Urban Buds. So.
Thank you. Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So before we wrap up, you are on Instagram, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Urban Buds.
Okay. So we'll make sure to connect with you on Instagram. Make sure moms can find you that way. Where is your farm located? Where exactly?
We're
in St. Louis?
in Dutchtown in the South City.
Okay.
We're right across from St. Mary's High School on Tennessee Avenue, a block. I forget my directions, but a block from St. Mary's High School. And
Awesome.
a couple blocks from Ted Drew's on Grand. I mean, it's amazing to have this
Right.
property, this flower farm in
Yeah.
the middle of a residential neighborhood, but we do it.
What a gift. And then we can find you at the farmer's market.
Yeah, the Tower Grove Farmers Market.
And I've seen you at the Boulevard too.
Oh, I'm sorry, the Boulevard. Let me not forget about the Boulevard.
Yeah,
yes. The Boulevard on Sundays. Yes.
Sundays. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And when do those,
Tower Grove
are
is
those
8.
wrapping up soon?
No, they've got a while. November.
November.
Oh,
okay.
great.
Great. So you've got a lot of chances, moms, to connect before the winter hits.
Come
with
say hi.
Yep.
Urban Buds.
See you at that happy hour.
All right. Well, thank you, Mima,
Thank you
for
so
your
much. It's been a
time.
pleasure.
Love chatting with you. Thanks for listening to Moms of the Lou. We hope it encouraged you and put a pep in your step and helped you get to know our community a little bit better. Be sure to find us on Instagram, STLewis_mom. You can find us on Facebook, St. Louis Mom. You can find us on our website, www.stlouismom.com. In case nobody else tells you today, you're a great mom and you're doing a great job. Chat with you next time.